Welcome to our tutorial on the Z23G phone. This device has a color display, dual gigabit Ethernet ports, built-in Bluetooth, and 2 pages of soft keys you can customize. If your company has our UC client ZAC, all our phones are completely compatible with it, so you can control your phone calls from your desktop application or by pressing buttons on the phone. For this video, we will be using phone buttons only. Check out our videos on ZAC to find out how to control your phone calls from the desktop application. Let's take a look at the button layout of 23G first. The main thing you'll notice when looking at the device is the screen, 320 pixel by 240 pixel and full color. In the phone's top right corner is the message waiting indicator. It will flash when you get an incoming call or when you have a voice message that you haven't checked yet. To clear this light, you need to mark any new message as read. You can do it by listening through the entire message and marking it as completed. You can do that through ZAC or Zultys mobile application, or if your system administrator configured your Zultys system to send you emails with the new voice messages. Depending on the setting, you may need to mark the email with the message as read or delete it to clear the blinking light on your phone. Please note this light blinks for both calls to your extension and any groups you are logged into. The 4 buttons under the screen correspond to the keys currently displayed on the screen, and what they do varies based on the situation. For example, while phone is on idle with no active call, the options are menu, do not disturb, pick up from park, and contacts. Meanwhile, the buttons on the left and right of the screen can be configured to have a variety of functions by your system administrator. What kind of features can you program? There are many different options. A dedicated speed dial, a busy lamp field to monitor the status of another phone, a button to log you into a call group to get group calls, or a button for initiating on-demand call recording. You can designate a button to initiate a page or to monitor a particular park slot. We have a separate video on custom buttons for these phones on Zultys.com. Moving down on the phone, we have the directional keys, including OK. The right directional key doubles as the end call button. You can use these to navigate the phone menu. Over here are the dedicated line keys. You can have up to 2 simultaneous calls, one call active and the other one on hold. When you're talking on a call on line 1, the key will light up solid red. If you place the call on hold, the light will start flashing yellow. And to the left of the directional pad are keys for contact directory and the key you can press to check your messages. Next up, the dial pad, which is pretty self-explanatory. When you finish dialing a number, you can press send key on the hash button to initiate a call. It works the same as a cell phone send button. To the side of the dial pad are a few more buttons. This button lets you adjust the volume. To mute your audio, use the mute key, then tap it again to unmute. On the right is the headset button. If you're using a headset, you can use the headset button to switch a call to a headset. Z23G requires an optional EHS adapter to function with headsets. There are 2 types of adapters for popular brands of headsets, one for Jabra headsets and another for Plantronics or Polycom headsets. Please ask your reseller for the specific type of EHS adapter that corresponds to your headset manufacturer. And lastly, the phone has a dedicated redial button to quickly call back a number you just dialed. In the bottom right is the speaker button. So now that you know what's on your phone, let's see it in action. I can pick up a ringing call several different ways. I can pick up the receiver, or I can click the speaker key to immediately answer a call on speaker. If you have a headset connected, you can answer the call with your headset by clicking the headset button. You can also click the button on the headset itself. To end the call, hang up the receiver or tap the speaker to end a call if you're using the speaker. Or you can press the end call button here. If I miss an incoming call, there will be a message on the screen. The rightmost contextual key is OK. Press it to view the missed call info. You can conveniently call this person back right from the screen. If the caller leaves a message, the message waiting indicator will flash. I can use the navigational key to select the message icon on the screen and press OK to view the message. Or I can click on the message key here. You will need to provide your voicemail password. Your first time accessing the voicemail box, you will be prompted to set up the password and record your name and greeting. This is a very straightforward process. Just follow the instructions and it will only take a few minutes. Now, let's see what other options I have while on an active call. First of all, I can place the call on hold. To place the call on hold, press the hold soft key up here. To go back to the call, press the resume soft key. I can park a call so that a coworker can pick it up from another device. I press the park key and I will get a message on what park slot the call is parked in. To pick up a call, press the pickup soft key and type the number of the park slot and dial. You can transfer calls to your coworkers or to numbers outside your organization. There are several ways to transfer a call. The way you use depends on whether you want to transfer the call immediately, whether you want to check if the number you are transferring to is valid first, or if you want to talk with the other person before completing the transfer. For a blind transfer example, I am on a call with a customer who needs technical support. Simplest way to transfer him is to click the trans soft key. This way the call is placed on hold automatically while I dial the right extension. Then I click the same trans soft key one more time to complete the process. And the customer's call is on the way to the tech support department. For a semi-attended transfer, I want to make sure I have the right extension for support before I transfer the customer over. I have a terrible memory for numbers. I am going to hit the trans key again, but after I dial the extension, instead of transferring the call immediately, I'm going to press send instead. The line is ringing. Great, I got the right extension. And there's somebody to answer the call. Now I can press the trans soft key to connect Mr. Customer to this extension. For attended transfer, I want to talk to tech support first before transferring my customer. Again, I press the trans key, dial extension, then send. But unlike the previous example, I am going to stay on the line until the call is answered. Hi Lisa, I'm on another line with Mr. Customer. He needs help resetting his password. Oh, you want me to transfer his call to you? No problem. I press the trans key and this completes the process. Or not. Mr. Customer needs to talk to his own IT department to reset the password? Got it. I will cancel the transfer by ending this call. And now I can resume the call with Mr. Customer. Another thing I can do while on a call is create a three-way conference. Let's say I'm back on the call with Mr. Customer, but this time rather than transfer him to technical support, I want to conference Lisa from support into our active call. I press the conf key here. Now I enter the extension and wait for Lisa to pick up. This can be a number outside the organization too, by the way. Once Lisa answers, I can press the conf key one more time to connect all three of us into a single call session. Hi, Mr. Customer. I have Lisa from support on the line with us now, and she can help resolve your issues. When the phone is in idle, you can access the directory of contacts on your system. Press the Contact soft key to view the list of contacts. From here, you can initiate a call directly to this contact. And finally, I'm going to teach you how to set up call forwarding. This feature can be used if you're going to be unavailable for an extended period of time and want a coworker to answer the calls for you. Press the menu button, navigate to Features, and select Call Forwarding at the top. Hit OK one more time, and now you get a choice whether to forward all incoming calls unconditionally, forward calls when you're busy with another call, or only forward calls which you don't answer. For this example, I will choose unconditionally. Switch the top line to Enabled with the arrow keys, and on the line below, type the extension where you want to forward the calls. Pressing OK on the screen will save the changes. To disable call forwarding, navigate back to this menu and switch the top line to Disabled. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching.